In the annals of history, few mysteries have captivated the human imagination more than the fate of the lost tribes of Israel. Let us begin in the 6th century BCE, a tumultuous time marked by the fall of the First Temple in Jerusalem. This was a pivotal moment in Jewish history, leading to a mass exile known as the Babylonian captivity. Among those exiled were the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Their fate, lost in the sands of time, has been a source of intrigue and speculation for centuries. Theories about the descendants of these lost tribes abound. Some suggest they vanished into the annals of history, while others believe they assimilated into the cultures of their captors. Yet, one particular theory has garnered a great deal of attention, sparking debates among historians, archaeologists, and religious scholars. This theory is championed by a group known as the Black Hebrew Israelites. They assert an intriguing claim, one that interweaves history, faith, and identity. They believe they are the direct descendants of these lost tribes, holding steadfastly to the conviction that their lineage traces back to the ancient Israelites who fled Babylon after the fall of the First Temple. This belief isn't just a matter of faith or lineage, there's a geographical element as well. The Black Hebrew Israelites argue that a site near the Dead Sea is the location of the biblical Jerusalem. They contend that this site, steeped in history and imbued with religious significance, is a testament to their heritage and identity. Yet, this claim is not without its skeptics. The enigma of the lost tribes and the assertions of the Black Hebrew Israelites have stirred up a whirlwind of debate. It's a discourse that goes deep into the intricacies of history, archaeology, religion, and identity. A discourse that is as complex as it is fascinating. And so, as we delve deeper into this very ancient side of history, we navigate a fascinating intersection of faith and identity, a journey that promises to be as enlightening as it is intriguing. The Black Hebrew Israelites assert a compelling claim. They are the descendants of these lost tribes. This belief is deeply ingrained in the community's traditions and interpretations of biblical texts. The real Hebrew Israelites, also known as Black Hebrews or Black Israelites, trace their lineage back to the ancient Israelites. They believe they are direct descendants of the lost tribes that fled to Africa during the Babylonian exile in the 6th century BCE. This belief is based on their interpretation of various biblical passages, which they believe point to the African diaspora as the scattered remnants of these lost tribes. Their traditions and practices reflect this belief. They observe the Sabbath, keep kosher dietary laws, and celebrate Jewish holidays. They also incorporate elements of African and African American culture into their religious practices, creating a unique fusion of traditions. Community leaders and members often quote from the Book of Deuteronomy, specifically the 28th chapter, which they interpret as a prophecy of the transatlantic slave trade. They see parallels between the biblical account of the Israelites' enslavement in Egypt and the historical experience of African Americans. One prominent voice in the community, Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ, has stated, "We are the biblical Jews. Every prophecy in this Bible fits us, and only us." This sentiment is echoed by many within the community, who see their hardships and struggles as part of their divine heritage. Their claim is more than a religious belief. It's a call for recognition, a reclaiming of identity. They believe that acknowledging their lineage will lead to a greater understanding of their history and their place in the world. However, these claims are not without controversy. Many scholars contest their interpretation of biblical texts and their asserted lineage. But whether one agrees with their claims or not, one thing is certain. Their belief adds a fascinating layer of complexity to the discourse surrounding the lost tribes of Israel. Their claim, though contested, adds a fascinating dimension to the discourse surrounding the lost tribes. A site near the Dead Sea, they argue, holds the key to validating their claim. So, what is it about this particular site that makes it so significant? According to the Black Hebrew Israelites, this site is none other than the ancient city of Jerusalem, as mentioned in the Bible. They believe that this location was once the heart of the Israelite kingdom, a place of worship and a beacon of their heritage. It's here that they believe the first temple stood until its destruction in the 6th century BCE. But what evidence supports this claim? Archaeologists and historians have been studying the area for years, unearthing artifacts and structures that hint at a rich and complex past. Pottery shards, ancient texts, and architectural remnants all provide pieces of a historical puzzle. And many believe these findings align with the timeline and descriptions of biblical Jerusalem. However, the interpretation of these findings is where things get a bit tricky. Not all experts agree on how these archaeological pieces fit together or what they truly represent. Some historians argue that the evidence points to a different chronology or geographical location altogether. The Black Hebrew Israelites, however, remain steadfast in their belief that this site near the Dead Sea is the biblical Jerusalem. They see these archaeological findings as confirmation of their ancestral ties and a validation of their identity. And this is where we find the heart of the matter. This isn't just about pinpointing a historical site on a map or arguing over dates and artifacts. This is about a people's connection to their past, their heritage, and their identity. It's about a community's desire to reclaim their history and their place within it. The fight for recognition of this site is not just a quest for historical accuracy, but a battle for identity. A battle that continues to this day as the Black Hebrew Israelites strive to uncover their roots and validate their claim to a heritage that dates back millennia. The Hebrew Israelites' claim has stirred a fervent dialogue among scholars. The academic world is a hotbed of debate and discussion, and the claim of the Black Hebrew Israelites is no exception. Historians, archaeologists, and religious scholars alike have weighed in, each offering their unique perspective on this intriguing assertion. Historians, for instance, approach the claim with a critical eye, scrutinizing historical records and ancient texts. Some argue that the evidence supporting a large-scale migration from Babylon to Africa in the 6th century BCE is scant. Others, however, point to oral traditions and cultural practices among certain African communities, suggesting a possible link to the ancient Israelites. Archaeologists, on the other hand, delve into the physical evidence. They explore ancient ruins, decipher inscriptions, and analyze artifacts. They look for tangible proof that could corroborate the Black Hebrew Israelites' claim. Some have found intriguing clues, such as similarities in pottery styles or burial practices. Yet, others caution against jumping to conclusions, reminding us that similarities can sometimes be coincidental and not indicative of a direct link. Religious scholars offer a theological perspective, examining the claim in light of biblical narratives and religious teachings. They explore religious texts and traditions, seeking to understand how the Black Hebrew Israelites fit within the broader tapestry of religious history. Some see in their claim a fulfillment of biblical prophecies, while others view it as a reinterpretation of religious identity. And so, the conversation continues. Each perspective adds a new layer to the discussion, and each piece of evidence is another puzzle piece in the complex history of the Black Hebrew Israelites. The debate is far from settled, and with each new discovery, each new theory, the dialogue becomes even more dynamic. It is this very debate that fuels the ongoing research and exploration. The debate, far from settled, continues to fuel research and exploration. For the Black Hebrew Israelites, this journey is more than a historical investigation. It is a search for identity and recognition. In a world where identity is so often tied to one's roots, the quest for recognition is a road filled with obstacles. The Black Hebrew Israelites have navigated this path, persisting through dismissals, debates, and denials. Their struggle is not just about proving a historical claim, but about asserting their identity in a world that often seems unwilling to acknowledge them. One cannot ignore the personal narratives that punctuate this journey. From individuals who have dedicated their lives to the cause, to families who have passed down the belief through generations, their stories are a testament to resilience. They speak of a deep-seated belief that they are descendants of the lost tribes of Israel, a conviction that has shaped their identity and sense of self. It's not just about being recognized as descendants of the Israelites, but about the validation that comes with it. Recognition would mean an acknowledgement of their historical narrative, a nod to their claims, and a respect for their beliefs. It would give them a sense of belonging, affirming their place in the world and in history. The quest continues, fueled by a fervor that refuses to die down. They engage in dialogues, host seminars, and reach out to scholars and historians. They continue to explore archaeological sites near the Dead Sea, hoping to find evidence that will bolster their claims. Every new discovery, every piece of evidence brings them one step closer to their goal: recognition. Expert commentary adds another layer to this narrative. Some scholars offer a sympathetic ear, acknowledging the possibility of their claims. Others, however, remain skeptical, pointing to the lack of concrete archaeological evidence. But the Black Hebrew Israelites remain undeterred, their resolve unshaken. Their fight for identity underscores the human longing for connection with our roots. The saga of the lost tribes of Israel, And the claim of the Black Hebrew Israelites is an open chapter in the book of human history. We have embarked on a journey through time, navigating the enigmatic tale of the lost tribes, exploring the claims of the Black Hebrew Israelites, and delving into the quest for the true location of biblical Jerusalem. These narratives, intertwined with faith, identity, and heritage, are not just stories of the past. They are vibrant threads in the tapestry of our present, weaving through the fabric of our societies, our beliefs, and our understanding of ourselves. The debates among scholars, the ongoing quest for recognition, the search for the true location of biblical Jerusalem, these are not mere academic exercises. They are fundamental to our understanding of human civilization, of the ties that bind us, of the narratives that have shaped our world. The significance of this topic cannot be overstated. It transcends geographical boundaries, cultural differences, and temporal divides. It is a testament to the resilience of human spirit, to our relentless pursuit of truth, to our yearning for a sense of belonging. Yet, the journey is far from over. There are still chapters to be written, narratives to be explored, truths to be unveiled. This is not the end, but a new beginning. The quest for truth is an unending journey, and every one of us can contribute to it. Dive deeper, ask questions, and join the conversation. History awaits your voice.